Denise, how are you doing?
I'm good. What's the buzz today, Karoline?
Oh, there's lots going on this week. Where are you? Are you at the office now or are you at home?
No, I'm at home now. I was in the office, but I decided to come home because, yeah, because otherwise my stomach was rumbling. We usually do it earlier,
I
and I
know, it
didn't
was
want all
my
that
fault.
noise.
Yeah, today we're
Through your
later
phone.
today because of me, because I'm always in the classroom. So anyway, what's buzzing for me this week is that tomorrow, Tuesday at 5 o'clock, we have our presentation of our Summer English Academy. That's for PK and elementary at 5 o'clock. And then at 6 o'clock, we have another meeting, which is middle school and high school. So if anybody's looking for a place to send their kids, only in the mornings, basically like we've done in past years, we do the mornings 9 to 12, and we always have 4 weeks, 2 weeks after school gets out, and then we have 2 weeks before school starts again. And you can do 1 week, you can do all the weeks, it doesn't matter, you just have to sign up. So if anybody's interested in coming to that presentation, if you already know what we do, you can just sign up. But if you want some more information, you can go ahead and come and meet us on Zoom.
Okay.
But you have to register right on the Google form, otherwise you
Yes.
don't get the.
I'll put up the link to register, because if you don't register, you don't get the Zoom link. So yeah. That's how it is. So I think we're doing we're doing 2 weeks in June for middle school and high school, and then 2 weeks before school starts for middle school for everybody, pre-K, elementary, middle school, high school. And then in July, we're doing 2 weeks for pre-K and elementary.
Yeah. So yeah, we usually do it that way because school ends before, right? For middle school and high school, they finish in mid-June, whereas usually PK ends at the end of June. So we kind of do it that way. But the actual dates are on the blog, right? And they should be on Facebook too. I don't know where you put them.
Yeah, they're on Facebook.
Yeah. So anyway, we hope, of course, the idea is for everybody to be together. So we're just waiting for that information as well, that we can do it in person, because that's what we really want to do, obviously, with all the COVID protocols and everything. But going back to how we were before, we had to take everything online. So,
and it will be in our place. It's not a summer camp. It's not outside. It's in our space where we've got all of our technology. So what is STEAM? Could you just tell us what STEAM is?
Yeah, STEAM is science, technology, engineering, arts, and math or music, depending on the week. And this is just like the approach that we use. We don't do the sort of traditional grammar thing. Our working language is English, but we do different projects every day. So it's project-based learning, it's all immersion, and we always have a fun problem to solve every day. And that way the kids aren't thinking so much about the English, they're thinking about how they can solve the problem. And so that's how we do things, in a real natural way. And that's why it's also okay if you don't come to every week, but because everybody kind of jumps in at the level that they are. There's no entrance test. Everybody comes in at their level and we help everybody improve. So it's a lot of fun. I think and we've got lots of fun equipment to play with. We've got our 3D printer.
We have a brand new 3D printer. That's a lot faster than our old one. We also have some other equipment that we're learning to use. We have this laser cutter, which you could make a bunch of neat projects with.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how that works. It's going to be fun. So yeah, we're looking forward to it, especially because last year we weren't really able to do much. And I mean, we just did things differently last year. But this year we're looking forward to kind of seeing each other again and going back to, well, obviously we're never going to go back to the way we were before. We're bigger, better, we've improved a lot of things, even though things were good before. But I think now we've got a different kind of vision of things. So I'm pretty excited about it. I hope that we can, I hope we get lots of sign-ups so that we can get going. It's going to be fun.
Right. Okay.
So that's all good.
Okay.
What about you? What's going on?
I forgot to say Happy Mother's Day to you.
Oh, Happy Mother's Day to you.
Belated Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yesterday was Mother's Day.
Yeah. Did you play outside a little bit?
Well, I sent my family outside to cut the grass. So this is the second time this year that we cut the grass.
Was it just growing like crazy?
Yeah, it's growing like crazy. I don't know why it's growing so much, especially since it hasn't rained much, except for the other day on Friday when I was up with you. So Carol and I went up to visit the baseball diamond in Opicina to see what's going on with Alpina Junior, the baseball softball team. And so we went there, and there were a lot of little kids playing baseball. They said they have 25 in the under 12 group, so that's a lot of kids.
It's a lot of kids.
And they really fixed up the place up there. They have a clubhouse. Now they have a kitchen. And if it were normal periods, you could even eat outside. They have grills. They have all kinds of stuff there.
They even got the new digital board. It's really fancy.
Right, right. It's like fancy, like professional stuff. So we went up there and talked to Pietro from the Junior Alpina. And it was like 5:15 when we left, and it was just drizzling when we left. And then we both got caught in torrential rainstorms with hail.
It was hail.
Hail. And
Terrifying.
the temperature went down like 10 degrees in 2 minutes. And I came down Via Comerciale, and it was like a river going down there. I literally, a river, water up to your knees on both sides of the street, and like waves going through.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
Crazy.
It was terrifying. I've never driven in hail before, so to me that was just like the most. I was going like so slow. People like
Old lady.
at first people like
driver.
yeah. Even when it's good weather, I drive like that. But people were passing me. I'm like, why? How can they do that? You know. And then when the hail started, I understood why. They probably knew something I didn't. Were trying to get home faster, but terrifying stuff.
But luckily, I had little hail. It wasn't the big balls. They were little ones.
I don't know. I couldn't see it. It was just
crazy.
Felt huge. It sounded
and
huge.
then I got down to the bottom of Via Comerciale and went up towards my house, and it had really slowed down by then. But then I hit another river on my pedestrian street that is called Salita Tranovia, so it's obviously a salita uphill place.
Right.
And it was like zoom, the water up to your knees. Crazy.
Yeah, as soon as I got out of the car, my socks were just immediately drenched, you know, because it was like coming in, because I'm also on a hill, and it was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So I was dry up to then, but as soon as I got out of my car, that was it. But luckily I didn't have to.
Well, luckily we both made it home alive.
Yeah, so that was a good thing.
We're not like Formula One drivers, either one of us.
Yeah, exactly. So tell me about you said you finished the Joy Luck Club?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that the book you read for your...
This month is Asian Pacific Heritage Month. And the book that we selected for Women's Book Club is the Joy Luck Club, which I read a long time ago and I kind of forgot about. And I really enjoyed this book. Now I've got to read the second one that she wrote. It's by Amy Tan. The second one is The Kitchen God's Wife.
Oh, yeah, I didn't read the second one.
Me neither. But a lot of these stories from the Joy Luck Club actually were printed as short stories.
Yeah, well, like the one that you passed me, that was a short story.
Fish Cheeks.
Fish Cheeks, great story.
So she published a lot in the Atlantic Monthly and some of the women's magazines and the New Yorker. And then she put all the stories together and wrote the book. So that's interesting. We're meeting on Thursday on Zoom with the women. And then I've got another book club, which is totally new. It's called the Online American Book Club. And it's a long distance book club. So we've got people from Pistoia, where we have another American corner, the ULab Pistoia, and they're also participating.
Is it gonna be in English?
It's in English, and we are we're discussing The Great Gatsby. I mean, it's no big literary thing. It's a 1 hour chat about The Great Gatsby.
It's one of my favorite books of all time. I love that book.
Yeah, I'm like 70% through. I won't give any hints for anybody who hasn't read it. Everybody's seen one of the movies, though. Come on.
Yeah, but the book is just so well written. There's a reason why certain books are classics, isn't it?
Right, and it's so fast to read. It's under 200 pages, but some of the sentences are like 20 lines long. But whatever, it's very descriptive.
Well, there's
you know that I was reading about F. Scott Fitzgerald, and this book came out in 1925, and nobody cared about the book. he didn't get any good reviews about it. He didn't make any money off of the book while he was alive. And in 1942, the U.S. government started printing the book and giving it to soldiers as pocketbooks during the war. So that's when it really took off. But by that time, F. Scott Fitzgerald was already dead. He was,
Really?
Yeah, he was dead.
He was popular though in his lifetime for other books, right?
Well, he wrote a lot of short stories. Apparently, he made a fortune, and he also lost a fortune.
Okay. I think he was from a wealthy family too. And I think that his wife was a social climber, though. I think she was a lot like Daisy, or in the book,
Daisy.
you know.
That's what they say, that he based Daisy on his wife Zelda.
Yeah.
Who maybe was even a better witer than he was.
Really?
He was also a writer.
There are lots of books about her.
Yeah. But so he wrote a couple essays for, I think, the New Yorker. He wrote one that was how to make $1 million, or how to spend $1 million. And then he wrote another one after the Depression, like how to lose $1 million.
Really?
Yeah, they had nothing. And they ended up moving to Europe and just living off the kindness of friends who, after a while, weren't friends anymore, because they were like the house pests from hell.
They were like the waitress.
Yeah. They come and they never leave.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Well, I saw that I was watching a documentary on Bill Gates, the one on Netflix, and they in his library, he and Melinda at the beginning of the relationship both liked that book. And so they have a quote from The Great Gatsby on the inside of their library, like on the ceiling, going around the top. So that was kind of interesting.
Huh. So what's up with that?
I don't know. I'm disappointed, but you know.
It seemed like the forever couple.
I know. I hope they keep doing all the good work they're doing on their foundation, though, because that would be disappointing if that got broken up. But I think I think that'll continue. That'll go on. So, you know, it happens.
The malaria business. They have that malaria. They want to eliminate malaria. That was
polio.
Malaria.
Also,
polio is already pretty much eliminated, but malaria was their big thing.
Was there? Because I remember them doing polio and then having that pop up in little cases, but I didn't know about malaria. But yeah, lots of cool stuff they're doing, just lots of cool stuff. So anyway, I'm disappointed because of course I liked them, but oh well. It happens. So what else is going on this week?
Well, we started to work on our Americana box translation. So that's that Science Kit to Go box. So I've got 2 interns who are working on the translations of those, because it's written in Spanish. So we're translating into Italian, and we're making some modifications to add our name and to add Yulia Pistoia, because we're doing it together with them.
Nice.
So that's going on. And I don't know, it looks like a beautiful day today.
It's a beautiful day. It's warm. Yeah, it's a good day to play outside again today. We're starting a film club tomorrow afternoon for some of our unaccompanied minors. So that's going to be exciting. We've got a little film club so that kids can share their stories through film. So that would be fun. And Suzanne,
a filmmaker club.
Filmmaker club, yeah, like a documentary club. So that's going to be fun. So I'll update you on that, see how that goes tomorrow.
Okay.
And
so they're going to film each other?
No, they're not going to film each other. No, they're going to actually just learn the fundamentals of filmmaking. And I think their first project is just going to be like explaining their school. So we're going to start just getting the fundamentals. They can decide how they want to do it, what languages they want to do it. They'll learn how to subtitle films. So, we just want to get together, give them a chance to hang out, learn some new skills, and tell their own stories. So that's basically, we'll see where it takes us. We don't know exactly yet, but it's going to be fun. And they got Constantine on board for that one too. Suzanne. So it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And what else? Oh, and I had coffee last week with Azim from the Teddy Project, who's doing really well. I think you saw him too. And he said he said something I thought was really sweet. He said he kind of misses making the teddy bears because he was really popular. Everybody knew who he was. So saying he'd like to kind of go back into doing some sewing. So we'll see if we can get something going, especially when we can open up again and we can do some workshops, things like that. So that was kind of fun. It's fun to see our old friends like that. And then otherwise, don't you just get the feeling everybody's kind of looking forward to finishing the school year? I think all the teachers and students are ready for a break.
Yeah, it's been a tough year for everybody.
Yeah, it's been complicated. But things are going well. I don't think any of us can complain, but you know, we're just sort of getting to trying to figure out what our plans are for the summer. So that's the other stuff, just figuring out what can we do, where can we go? Is it going to be safe? You know, who knows? Yeah.
Well, we write to the local prefecture every once in a while, and they keep confirming that we should stay online. But I think things are going to start to open up again regularly. Like they're talking about restaurants staying open longer and maybe prolonging the curfew and everything. So
sure. So hopefully, little by little, we'll start opening things up again. You know, obviously being safe about it, but you know, we're kind of itching to get back to normal or get back to something like normal, I suppose. At the same time, I also feel like since things have been kind of opening up, I feel like we've got so much stuff going on that it's, you know, I want to go back and simplify it again. So I'm going to have to keep myself from making too many plans, because then you don't even get the time to rest that you know, on the weekend. So,
well, I'm into something else right now. They're commonly known as the 17-year locusts, but their official name this year is brood 10. They are the 17-year cicadas, and they are coming out in several states in the U.S., and they will be driving people crazy. There are millions of these locusts.
And they're noisy. So when are they coming out? I thought they were going to be out by now.
They should have been out, but it's been cold in the States, and the temperature of the ground, I talked to my mom yesterday, it has to be 64 degrees for a few days in a row, and then they come out. But it's been really cold in the Midwest this spring. So they should have been out by now. My mom told me that she saw a couple of them, but they're not out yet.
Not yet.
You know it when they're out. And something I didn't know is that only the males make noise. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
It's for mating. And they don't make noise at night. So that's a good thing.
Oh, so you can actually get some sleep. That's good.
You can get some sleep.
Are they, do you remember them last time?
This thing. Well, I looked up the years, and I've been away for quite a while. So you can calculate my age. The last time I actually experienced them, I was a kid in 1970. And I remember they were calling up my parents' crabapple tree, which is like the most useless tree in the world. Did you have a crabapple tree?
Yeah, they're the stupidest. And they also have thorns, don't they?
I don't
have thorns. So
I remember
they put holes in your soccer ball. They're useless.
It's just a big mess, and you can't even eat these things.
Yeah.
And the locusts were just climbing up the trees, and then they leave their outer shells, and they're all crunchy all over the place, and just all these dead shells all over the place. And they get out of the shells, and then they grow another shell, and they only live for a short time.
How long is the season?
Oh,
you know, when they're out, like after 17 years, how long are they out?
A couple of weeks, a month. Yeah, like a month. It all depends on how they come out. But yeah, very short life. They stand the ground and eat for 17 years, basically. And then they come out.
Crazy stuff.
But there's a cicada safari that I found online. And actually, it's based, the headquarters for this is in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Of course, where else would it be?
And the guy who's in charge of this, he must be super busy because he's been waiting for it for 17 years now.
Right, he doesn't even answer emails anymore.
No, he was a Fulbright. So I don't know. I've told the embassy that we need to get this guy. His name is Christy.
Okay.
And he's got a cicada app, safari app that you can follow. You can take pictures of them wherever they're coming out at your place, and then they put it on the map. But you and I are actually looking for that live
stream.
webcam, the
Yeah.
live stream.
You know they'll have it somewhere.
Somebody's got to have it. If I were there, I would have put a stream on the tree in my mom's yard.
Absolutely. Maybe your mom could do it. Maybe she could put like a GoPro or something on the crabapple tree.
We don't have. Well, we moved. We don't have that house anymore. So.
Oh, bummer.
But we have lots of trees.
Okay. Well, if anybody has any pictures of locusts or we want to see the video.
Yeah.
Feel free to share with us.
Who's got a live webcam they could put in your yard in the Midwest.
Do you think it's going to be as exciting as watching the bears eat the salmon?
No.
No.
No. They're actually kind of gross. But in Wisconsin, I saw that they don't go past that border. Do you have your own locusts in Wisconsin?
I don't know. I don't remember locusts being a big thing when I was younger.
Okay. Because there are different years. I read that, like, there's a 17-year locust and there's a 13-year locust. And it's all programmed, like, so that they come out in 17 years and their predators are not out that year.
Oh, really?
Life cycle, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So there are other bugs and things that would come out and eat them, but not every 17 or 13 years. So, yeah.
I only remember the locust in the Little House on the Prairie books, in the first one, where Pa, plants his big garden and then it gets eaten by the locust. But it happened like more than once. It was like 2 or 3 times. You think, poor Pa.
Really?
You think they're like setting fires around it, trying to like get the locust to, and he just loses his entire crop. But like more than once.
Well, in the South, they had those worms that would come and eat all like the cotton.
Yeah.
I don't remember what they're called. But last week I gave out some fake news.
Okay.
I want to correct that. I did correct it on our site.
Okay.
And we were talking about polar bears. Last week we had Kathy.
Which I love last week's buzz chat. That was super interesting, by the way.
Yeah, she's super cool. We were talking about that white cat that had pink skin and
sunburn.
Then his ears get sunburned. And I said something about polar bears, but I was completely off track. I said polar bears also have white skin, but polar bears, of course, don't have white skin. They have white hair, but their skin is black.
Their skin is black. Okay, so you don't have to put sunscreen on the polar bear.
Because they would get total sunburn if they were pink. Like.
There you go. There you go. Thanks for clearing that up.
You're welcome.
Good.
I'll have to look into black bears and find out what color their skin is, because I don't know.
Well, who knows? Maybe they have pink skin. To find out.
But I've seen that those bears are out. The ones in Alaska are out.
They're out.
They're out of hibernation. They're really thin, and they're all looking for food.
For food.
Don't go to Alaska camping these days.
Okay. All right.
You could be dinner. Dinner.
Gotta go. I gotta go back into class a little bit.
Okay.
Hope you have a great day.
Thank you, Karoline. You too. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.